Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be covering the biology we were never taught in school. So here we see the human body contains 4 major spinal nerve plexuses, network of intersecting nerves that organize signals, 3 major autonomic plexuses. So 3 autonomic and 4 major spinal ones adds up to 7, right? Isn't it interesting that the Buddhists happen to have 7 chakras in the same area that the West have the 7 nerve plexuses? And for those that don't know, the nerve plexuses are essentially collections of nerves in our body that are able to do a level of thinking so we don't have to think about it. If you just take a second to consider the fact that we don't have to worry about digestion, our heart beating, our breathing, and all the other bodily functions that go on consciously, they're done through the subconscious mind, through the nerve plexuses in our body. These nerve plexuses correspond with the 7 chakras in Buddhism, and all they are is places where nerve energy is collected or the electricity from your brain is collected. And if they are activated to their full ability, then they produce more energy and they allow it to flow through. There's nothing mystical about this. In the West, we know about the 7 nerve plexuses in the body, and we know that they are affected by the subconscious mind. Our thoughts, think about this. Why is it that if you get upset, it upsets your stomach? Or if you are in a bad mood, sometimes you end up with a cold or something the next day. Some people get cold sores or whatever. Stress manifests itself in the body through cortisol and other means. But the point is that our subconscious mind affects these nerve plexuses in our body, and it's nothing mystical about it. It's just science that we were never taught. Speaking of the Hindus and the Buddhists, I would like to take a second to call some attention to this book. I don't expect you to read the whole book, right? But the biggest takeaway I found from it was the complete breath. And how to complete the complete breath is by filling your entire lungs with air, holding for about 2 seconds, and then slowly releasing the air for about 8 seconds, and then adding a 2-second hold at the end. If you're able to complete this all day long for one day, the profit you get from it will be ridiculous. It completely skyrocketed my ability to see aura. It skyrocketed my energy manipulation abilities. This breathing technique, if you do it for one day straight, it is all the proof you will need. One day of correct breathing is all it takes. This book also goes into details about the lesser known functions of breathing and how important it is. So if we'll do a little thought experiment here, bear with me for a second. It takes, give or take, 30 to 40 days for someone to die of not eating, give or take 3 to 4 days with no water, maybe a week, right? But you only last a matter of minutes without breath. So obviously breathing is the most important thing that humans do to survive over eating, drinking water, and anything else, right? The function that's performed while we breathe, and most people don't know about, is when you inhale oxygen into your lungs, that oxygen meets the non-oxygenated blood, and there's a type of chemical combustion that takes place when it meets the blood, and it purifies the blood if there's enough oxygen present in the lungs at this time. But most people take shallow, short breaths all day long instead of completely filling their lungs with air. And because of that, that is why there are a lot of lung problems that we have today, and why no one is waking up psychically, because the breath is very important to charging your nervous system. One lung is positive, one lung is negative, and they create static electricity through the air. That is one way that our bodies power our nerves. And I can't go into detail about all the importances of breathing correctly, but all you need to know is try the complete breath for one day, and the results will speak for themselves.